beep, beep. Welcome to the court of the Edijester. I hope you're all well. Good to be speaking with you once again. Well, this is a gobsmacker. Just, where do you begin with this? Right, here we go. This is from Australia. We're going to Australia. Hello, down under. How you doing, good people? I hope you're well. Australians, hello. This is from Australia. Right, this is absolutely surreal. It's horrifying at the same time, mind. And it comes from abc.net.au, who has kindly provided the article about a school called Renmark High School, where bestiality references allegedly made during presentation at Renmark High. Written by Amelia Walters. Yes, we're going there. We are going there, okay? Come along for the ride. I'm Become a Warrior Teacher and buy me coffee. Like, subscribe, do the usual. Right. It says, warning. Warning for readers. This article contains graphic language. The South Australian Department for Education is investigating a presentation delivered to Year 9 girls in a regional high school that allegedly referenced bestiality as being accepted by the LGBTQIA+ community. LGBTQIA community. Female students said teachers at Renmark High School told them to leave their lessons and attend a presentation in a separate classroom. Nothing worrying there. Students who attended the presentation on March 22nd of this year say two staff from the Headspace Centre in the neighbouring town of Bury introduced a third-party presenter who facilitated an hour-long presentation focused on relationships. We're back to this BACG stuff, aren't we? Parents said they were not notified about the presentation, nor was it consented to. Students said they were left unsupervised for the duration of the presentation. Student Courtney White, 14, said she felt confused and blindsided by the presentation. We had a teacher that told us to grab a chair and sit in front of the board, and then the Headspace people came in, and then the teacher left. So when we were sitting in front of a board, we're sitting in front of a board alone with no teachers, just Headspace people. The first slide of the PowerPoint on the board was, you can see queerly now. And no point hiding. I can see queerly now, the sex is gone. I can shag all obstacles in my way. Monsters. Girls felt really uncomfortable. And there's a picture of this girl looking uncomfortable. I don't know why they do that. It never works. 14-year-old Amelia Wunderberg, what a wonderful name. The wonderful Amelia Wunderberg, said the presenter was graphic when referencing their own sexual preferences and spoke in sexually explicit terms about growing up and being confused about whether they idolised people of the same gender or wanted to be intimate with them. That's it. So this is people with make-believe fairy tale identities wondering whether they should have relationships with other make-believe people, people with make-believe identities. Students say they were given an explanation of the initialism LGBTQIA+, with each word and its meaning displayed on the screen. There was a slide for what the plus means, and they just started random saying words that no one knew, like bestiality. It was on the board when they were showing what the plus meant. See, people still don't get what queer theory is, do they? They still don't get that it means no boundaries, none, right? The student said bestiality was then explained in detail, and the presenter seemed to imply it was something practiced by people who identified as LGBTQIA+. They said the queer community just accepts all of it, even though, isn't it illegal, Amelia said. As the talk went on, multiple girls, including Courtney, began to feel uncomfortable and asked to leave the classroom to go to the bathroom. We're all just sitting there like, what the hell? What are we doing here? Why are we learning about animals having sex with humans, she said. It was really disgusting. It was really uncomfortable. I can imagine. What the f***'s going on in Australia? Come on now, cobbers. What? Come on. What's going on down there? Explain yourselves. Just absolute loons. Wait till you see the article. So they're now saying that bestiality is part of it. You know where this is going, don't you? Now, if you want to spend your time, right, bonking boars, right, assaulting aardvarks, and prodding pangolins, you're a nut. And you should rightly be certified, right? Get them certify them, right? Obviously out there, it's Arkham Asylum time, isn't it? I'm Batman. It's Arkham Asylum time. Like Batman says to the Joker, you're going to spend the rest of your days in a padded cell. Have you met my girlfriend? This is Lily. Yeah, Lily is a llama. Llama of the day on page 3 of the Sun. These people are absolutely deranged. Absolutely deranged. Bonking baboons and all sorts of stuff, right? Amelia said, many of those who asked to leave the classroom did not return. When the ABC sought comment from the presenter, a response was sent on the person's behalf, asking that reporters refrain from reaching out or naming them in its coverage. Do you think? Can you imagine? Oh God, do you think I've overstepped the mark? What have you done, love? Well, I went into the school and I taught them how to arouse cows. You did what? I went into a school and taught them how to arouse cows. I don't know you anymore. I bet they don't want to be named. Name them. Oh. The reporters refrained from reaching out or naming them in its coverage. Name them. Let's have the name. Tell the parents who they were. That would cause a bit of a kerfuffle, wouldn't it, eh? If you want to find them, just go to the local pet shop. That's a nice gerbil. What is it you're looking for today? A large guinea pig. I'm sorry. It's not funny, but it is funny, you know, because it's so insane. Letters seen by the ABC that were sent to parents on behalf of Renmark High School Principal Matt Evans stated that the presentation was meant to discuss respectful relationships. Instead, it discussed respectful relationships with hedgehogs. Oh, God. It's surreal, isn't it? What are you having sex with this week? I'm going to try an ostrich. Oh, good luck with that. An emu. Can you imagine? Not the nicest of birds. Jeez. It's surreal. The letter acknowledged that the school's normal procedure for notifying parents ahead of a specific presentation was not followed. So they're worried that they didn't notify the parents, not that this actually took place. This is how deranged they're getting, right? Mr. Evans said the third-party presenter had been suspended from department schools while the department undertakes an investigation. Did you tell kids it's okay to diddle animals? Yeah. Right, that's our investigation concluded. Mad. The ABC, we are undertaking an internal review, the head said, to ensure that processes around such notifications and procedures with regard to third parties attending our school are always met. They're not worried about the fact that these LGBTQ nut jobs, the queer theorists, no boundaries at all. That's what queer theory is. That's what the Q stands for, all right? No boundaries of any kind. That's what the Q stands for. About time everybody got that. He's more worried about the procedure than he is about the fact that they've been talking to kids about how you can, you know, get kinky with a colobus monkey. Oh, God. And what are you doing tonight? I'm cuddling my capybara. So this group of people, Headspace, National Head of Clinical Leadership, Nicola Palfrey, said the organisations were aware of concerns raised by members of the Renmark community. We take all feedback very seriously. This isn't feedback, you absolute lunatics. This is people telling kids it's okay to shag animals. This is not feedback. It's right. Look, danger, red flag, safeguarding. Have you been intimate with your cat? I'm 12. There are no boundaries. I'd like you to meet Tiddles. They're children, you absolute unmitigated arsehole. Can I say that? I might get demonetised now. Never know. We take all feedback very seriously. They think it's an exercise in feedback. It's just beyond the... There is nothing these people won't do. We are reviewing how we can support and guide how Headspace centres to ensure presentations they facilitate or deliver are aligned with evidence and best practice and are safe and appropriate for young people, she said. They don't give a monkey's. Sorry. They don't give a monkey's, do they? Just unbelievable. Focus One Health Board Chair Ian Gartley said the focus at Headspace Bury, operated under licence by Focus One Health, is on the mental health and well-being of young people. Now, the mental health and well-being of young people obviously also includes them being given lessons in how to be inappropriate with an iguana, right? That's what, this is insane. We are aware of concerns raised. And they declined to provide the presentation for ABC. What a surprise. Right, so following the presentation, a follow-up letter seen by the ABC was sent to parents offering counselling services from the Education Department, which arranged a social worker to attend the school to help support affected students. It's unreal. Disturb the children, provide the services. It's a model for making money. It's like years ago in London, in the late 1800s, early 1900s, when all the Chinese immigrants used to operate, these, not all, but some used to operate these opium dens that people used to go to. They'd lie there for days off their faces. And but they were so taken by the opium that they would then consequently foul them. So they would befoul themselves. There'd be excrement, and they'd make a mess of their clothes. And then the Chinese people would charge them to do the laundry. Perfect business model. Get them stoned, wait till they shit themselves, charge them for the cleaning. Same thing. Sick people, right? Okay. Right, it says here that sexuality educators and LGBTQIA inclusion advocates Mel Brush and Eleanor Bertza-Fuchs conduct consent and queer inclusion trainings for schools, parents and workplaces via their social enterprise Let's Talk About X. Both the secondary school teachers and Miss Bertza-Fuchs said queer education was important, but should be delivered in a safe and appropriate setting. The teachers are the people that these young people have a relationship with, that they are familiar with, that they're comfortable with. Mix MX Bertza-Fuchs said. When you're in a vulnerable situation like a respectful relationship workshop or seminar, there should be someone in the room that you're familiar with. It's not the content, it's that the content's fine, but we should have had somebody there. The content's fine. Thanks for your feedback. The content's fine. We'll make sure it's done properly next time. The content's fine. So what's now on the curriculum in Australia? Teaching kids about how to shag animals. Get a life. McBrush said the alleged use of the word bestiality in the presentation was damaging to the queer community. It's pretty shocking to think about that term being thrown around like that, especially given how loaded it is and for a historical context of the way it has been used as a slur and to discriminate against LGBT plus people. You don't think it's going to come elsewhere? It will. You don't think all these weird groups that go into schools, you don't think these queer theorists are not going to push every boundary they can? They bloody well will. Because it's the only reason that they exist. Well, Australia, wake up and smell the coffee. There you go. Don't be dilly-dangling with your dingo. Funny, but not funny. Go away.